And I got to start out, because this will get me in trouble if I don't, with my mother-in-law, Ramona Davis, Charles Davis, J.R. French, Rudell, Shorty, greatest man in the world award, Sherry Alexander, Jana Avery, and then other family members like Chad, Chase, Kay, Kirsty. But then I also want to remember our employees now, and one thing we've been very fortunate in is once the guys seem to come around, they stay a while, which working for Ronnie is not always easy. I understand that. I'm very demanding, right, Robert? I mean, maybe I don't want an answer. But again, Robert Serenell, David Orsonio, Davey Price, and by the way, Davey's wife, Christy, is with him tonight, and they just had a baby boy, Ryder, that was born on my birthday, January 27th. And then we have Bobby Serenell and David Price, and then McKaylee. And then the greatest asset that Ag Products has, and that's Sue Ann. So again, employees, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for putting up with me. But again, thank you so much for caring for our customers. Let me give you a little history about Ag Products. And y'all, I'm trying to speed through this thing. Bear with me. In January 11th, 1972, in the office of R.H. Musterman, Leon Ransom was named president of a business, and it was Ransom Feed and Seed. And Jim, I don't have a whole lot of details that went on there, but I have a feeling there was something working in the background. But Leon Ransom was named president of Ag Products. Jim Davis was vice president, and Jack French was another vice president, and Janita Bilderback was secretary treasurer. And that goes back a long ways, don't it, Jim?
Yeah, really.
But again, shortly after that, and that can't be right. 1974, Jim and Ramona bought out Leon and Jack and took over full ownership of Ag Products. I came along just to help in January of 1978. They were kind of in a bind, and I kind of said I was through with farming, and I was getting away from that farm, and so I came to Ag Products. Now, that made a lot of sense. I realize that. But I came along in 1978. Again, Sue Ann started in 1982. And in about a 15-minute deal in January of 2005, Jim and Ramona sold Ag Products to me. Jim said, I'm ready to get out of this. And I said, tell me your price. And he said, this number. And I said, that's too high. And he said, well, what's the number? And I said, this number. And he said, well, that's too low. And so we met in the middle, and neither one of us was real happy when we walked out of that room that day. But it was a done deal. It was a done deal that day. And Jim, looking back at the records of what you paid Leon and Jack, I paid a lot more than that you paid. So I don't know. I think we need to renegotiate. Again, Jim, what's really ironic about today, or this meeting representing our 40th anniversary, is you were with Ag Products 33 years, plus or minus a year. This year starts my 33rd year also. So I guess I'm about ready to retire too, is what that says. So anyway, but the second thing I wanted to do, besides thanking our customers for all the years of support and service that y'all, and business that y'all gave us. Chad, Amy, Sue Ann, would y'all come up here, please? For probably about a year now, we've been wondering what we could do to really make this night special, not only for y'all as customers, but for us as a family, but also for Jim and Ramona. Jim, you're the father of Ag Products. So to celebrate our 40th year in business and to honor Jim and Ramona Davis, and by the way, y'all two need to come up here. To celebrate our 40th year in business and to honor Jim and Ramona Davis, we, and this is we, in partnership with the Matching Grant Program, are establishing a $20,000 scholarship endowment to a Hockley County student that is majoring in agriculture science in an agriculture science degree at South Plains College. The Jim and Ramona Davis Ag Product Scholarship will award a $1,000 a year scholarship to a student, again, involved in ag. My family is excited about being able to do this, not only to honor Jim and Ramona, but to also honor you as our customers. We thank y'all very, very much. No tears, please.
No tears. No tears.
Again, Jim, don't get real excited. That's going to come out of some of the money I owe you. So don't. But again, this was something we wanted to do. We felt like this was something we needed to do. Cody and Jay Lynn did something like this just last week at the SBC Gala, and we thought it was neat that we had already had this in the works when we found out they were doing theirs. So again, we're very excited to do this. So thank y'all.
Thank you.
Something else that I needed to say, and I'm beginning to wind down, and we're fixing to have a good drawing, and again, be sure to talk to these guys about seed. Remember that. His AIM Bank is also donating 2 gift cards that we'll be giving away shortly, and Sue Ann and Amy, where are y'all going?
Don't ask.
Where's the box? Okay. Chad can do it. Okay. We have, y'all thought, well, Gina shorted us on dessert. The dessert is the birthday cake in the back, so be sure and get some of that. We're not going to be over. We're going to stay here. They said we could stay here to midnight. The only problem with that, I'm not going to be here, okay? So, but anyway, I want to thank Gina and all her crew for this supper. I think we need to give her a big round of applause. This is the hardest working lady in the country, let me tell you, without a doubt. Bobby, you are blessed, I'm telling you. He don't have no idea, does he? I also want to thank, and if any of them are in here, the Mallet Event Center, Wendy and her crew. For all you landowners, thank you for this nice facility that you're paying taxes on, but it's a pretty cool place to have meetings like this. In closing, 2011 was a tough year. Record heat, record wind, and one of the lowest years of rainfall. God willing, 2012 will be better. So before you leave tonight, get your seed booked. It's time you start buying some fertilizer, so get that order in. Get your equipment ready. Y'all had long enough to get it ready. It is going to rain. I know it's going to rain so much that and y'all need to be sure and get this. We're giving away rain gauges tonight, so be sure and get the rain gauge because it is going to change. Go ahead and buy your fertilizer and get that done, okay? But it is going to be a good year, and the reason I know this, and this is maybe the highlight of what I get to do tonight, the reason I know it's going to be a great year is in September, Sue Ann's going to become a grandma. So,
You might clarify who, brother.
And it's not the prodigal son. It's Chase and Reagan are due in September. So, again, I don't know when in September, Sean. They probably told me 10 times, but I don't remember it. So Again, we're going to enjoy the cake, but Sin, no, okay. But before you get up, and by the way, there's caps, there's shopping bags for you ladies, and there's rain.